some oil in my hair. I'm just waiting. Who's there? Hello. Doing a little tester. Hey, how are you doing? Orange Burlock, sorry. I saw you on here. I went to I was checking my comments, and for some reason you end up in the spam, likely spam. And I accidentally deleted your comment. You were calling somebody evil in the comment, but I couldn't see who it was. So sorry for deleting your comment. It was a comment where you said you I remind you of your mother. Yeah. Oh gosh. I was doing it on a split screen. I split my phone to a split screen and wasn't doing it on my laptop, so I was being lazy. I was watching a Cynthia G video. She was talking about somebody called Biscuit. They're calling Biscuit Throat. Had me dying laughing. Anyway, what are you doing? Oh, you liked the video? Thank you. I appreciate it. I have no topic for this video, so if you have anything, just sitting around. Yeah. Typical Sunday. Well, I'm glad you came. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was going to talk about veganism a little bit. My sister decided to become a vegan. She's still kind of vegetarian. And she's the only one I'm bossy with about being a vegan. Otherwise, everybody else, like, you could do your own thing. But because she was asking me if it cost me more to be vegan than it did when I was eating meat. And I told her that, shoot, if you like pasta, rice, and potatoes, it's cheap as hell to be vegan. And it's easy too. But a lot of people don't want to go that route, so. Hey, I got 2 more likes. I'm trying this one, the YouTube live stream, just to see what it's like, and it's different. I wonder if I can experiment here and see if... No. Damn. Boss Hog Outlaw the Renegade. Hello. How are you? Never seen you here before. Baby. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm just on here just chatting, talking about nothing, as you can see. Waiting for my peoples to arrive. I had a good stream earlier today, but I was doing too much with the music in the background, dancing and stuff, so I had to delete it. They was quick to put the content, what is that called? Copyrighted content tag on my video. So to keep myself in good standing, I had to delete it. And it was a good live stream too, if I do say so myself. Oh my God, there's 3 people. 3 people. It's amazing. Let's see, let's mess around with this. Ooh, I'm kind of digging that. Cancel. Cancel. Okay. Anybody got something they want to talk about? Any kind of comments or topics? I'm just dinking around here with the filters. Hey! Oh my God. How you doing, soul of a roguish son? I cannot believe it. I just have you too much on a pedestal. I gotta calm myself down. Let me put myself on normal. Okay. Cause I'm just on here acting a fool for no reason. Just laying in my bed being lazy. I gotta find some music to be able to play. Oh, I know, but still, I'm telling you, that video you did, Soul of a Roguish Son, was one of your earlier videos. Was one I found when I was just raging. When it was your angry video about how anger can be helpful and is right and good. I have to rewatch it because it was something that was really helpful for my spirit at the time. I'm telling you. I was feeling super guilty about being so damn angry and wanting to just light everything on fire. Just burn it to the ground. And I was feeling guilty about that. And then I came across that video and it made me feel so much better. And I like that video, your latest video that you put up last night. I put a comment in there. I was trying to express myself. But I'm telling you. I always thought that I was this kind, love. I mean, I know I can encompass more qualities than just, I'm not Tinkerbell. You know what I mean? In that movie, they say Tinkerbell can only hold one motion at a time or one feeling at a time. I recognize I have many layers, but I did not realize that I could be so angry. So angry. I always thought of myself as this peaceful, loving person. I did not recognize the amount of rage. So are you a poet, Rogish? I mean, obviously you're a poet because you do those raps and stuff. Idea. What? Why people don't show up until like 20 minutes after a... I've been noticing that whenever I do live streams, it's like half hour into it when folks start showing up. And I want to do a video about oh, I do, but it's all for meditation. Yeah. I need to start writing again. I think if you don't use it, you lose it. Do you mean meditation as in to help you get your thought processes together? Or literal? Or would you consider that to be the same thing? Like, getting your mind right is a meditation, and writing helps you do both of those things. Right. Nah, just so not to be such a villain. I like that shit though, personally. Like you were saying in your video last night, there's a place for the politician and everybody's got their place. Yeah. Yeah. I I gotta tell you, oh Lord. I've been coming to terms with some parts of myself recently. I just read Let the Circle Be Unbroken. And that's where that comment was coming from last night that I put on your video. I don't know if you read it or not yet, but that's kind of where I was coming from, where I felt like there's a lot of ways that I think and feel and see things in a holistic kind of manner. And what's her name? Marimba Ani was talking about it a little bit in Yurugu too, as far as how we are not linear or how do you say it? My mouth isn't working. Mentalizing. Compartmentalizing things. We tend to think in a holistic manner as a people, for the most part. Excuse me, my nose is itching like a bug. Hello. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate it. So, see, I was on fire earlier today in my video. I was having fun, and now I'm all chilling in the bed, mellow. Uh, anyway, I was thinking about making a video on meritorious manumission because I think it's something that a lot of people don't know about. And it's something I just discovered. And I shouldn't say I just discovered. I probably discovered it about 8-9 months ago. And I've been mulling it over in my head about how jacked up it was. And I've been studying some stuff on it recently. And how there was this one guy I studied up on, Meritorious Manumission. If you don't know what Meritorious Manumission is, it's basically was brought about, I want to say, in Virginia in the 1700s. And they basically, if a slave could free themselves by saving the slave master, inventing something useful for industry, like that will profit the slave master, such as cure or help the slave master, like medicinal cures, or coming up with different types of inventions to help them with crops or cotton or anything like that. What? I missed that. It's always a humbling reassessment to hear the perspective of one pure to their truth. Lord, hold on a second. Natural problems. Natural air problems. Oh. But meritorious manumission. Now, there was one story I looked up. Hey, hold on. Hey, Dot Nothing. Good evening to you too. I'm on the West Coast, so it's 3:47 up in here. But good evening. I don't know what to say to that. So roguish. So I'm kind of just ignoring that. But I don't know what I don't know what to say. Do I say thank you? I don't know. I don't feel that way, but I'll take that. Meritorious manumission. So I was reading up on a story about this guy who, so basically the slave master could not free you if you did any of those things. He could just put forth a submission, and the governor, the mayor, the town board, whatever, would have to think it over and decide to give permission to the slave master to free the slave that did this. So they petitioned the court, basically, and there, this one particular man, his slave master put him up for, to get free, and the people that, the governors decided that he would become free once he, proved himself to get rid of this, come up with this medicine. Okay. So the dude comes up with the medicine, and they free him from his slave master and then keep him for themselves. Okay? Like, and they decide, and there was no other history or findings about him being let go ever, because he was a medicine man, basically, the slave. And they decided to keep him indefinitely while he came up with more, while he was tasked with keeping up more medicines and cures and things for them. He is real. For real. Roguish, yes. Yes. See, and I knew if I dig, because me and my son, I was talking to my son about meritorious manumission. And he asked me if I would snitch on another slave to get my freedom. And I told him no. Because You can't trust these folks. Just because, and then in some instances, in some places, and depending on what year it was, because they started locking down Meritorious manumission, the mandatory, they started limiting the amount of slaves that could be freed within a county or within a plantation or whatever, because most of the time the slave masters only let you go if you were old and had served them for a long time, or they were about to die. And just because it was put in their will for you to be freed didn't mean you were going to be freed. So I sell my soul and tell on tell them that there's a rebellion that's about to happen, and they get killed or whipped or shipped off, or all three. And then what? And thank you, Dot Nothing. I try to educate him. He's a teenager now, so he's the things I say. He's what I used to be like. We're all one human race, and he wants to love everybody. So I'm trying to walk that fine line of educating him and not sending him out into the world with blinders on but he still wants to like keep them on. Yeah. So anyway, I did some digging into the Meritorious manumission, and then if your mother was born free, you were supposed to be free. And then sometimes if your master traveled to another state that was not a slave state, and you were there long enough, you could petition the courts to get your freedom because you had been in a free state for so long. And a lot of the times for a while they were giving slaves their freedom, but then they started switching up. Thank you. That's a good question, Rogish. Free meaning how? That, if I'm understanding your question correctly, that's exactly what I was thinking when I was reading up on it. Was like, what do they mean? Like, they set them free, and then what? And then what? Because a lot of slaves didn't have anybody they could go to. Ex-slaves didn't have anybody they could go to. And then what if you get caught up by some exactly. Okay, I got your question right. Good. So then what? You ain't got no money. Actually, the courts they said that the slave master, there were some things put into place, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Do your own research, because I read so much from so many different time periods, and so many things changed to Meritorious manumission that there was just a lot of different changes. But some of the things that I did read about said that some of the slave masters had to give them a certain portion of money and clothing to be able for them to leave, because once they were freed, they had to leave the state within a certain amount of time. So it's not like they could even set up shop and be around the corner somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Get a job, live in the woods. What? Like, what you supposed to do? You have no education. Your black skin is a badge that just you not on. Everybody knows you in that area, and you not on the plantation. You supposed to be there. I mean, they were stealing free slaves and returning them to slavery. Yeah. Just trifling. Trife life. So, but anyway, I want to do a video on Meritorious manumission after I dig a little bit deeper, but I want to put a little twist on it, and y'all let me know what you think, because I think there's a good little side to put on there. You want to know something? I wanted to do this, but I couldn't figure out how to put it. Is I think that white people see us like a jack in the box, you know? Well, I mean, me personally, when I was a little kid, I used to be scared of jack in the boxes, you know. And you know how it would pop out? And I used to wait till the very last second before it would pop out, and I would just stop because it always freaked me out. I know, I'm crazy. But that is how I think white people see us. They see they know something's coming. They know that they deserve what's coming. No matter how much they try to say, but it wasn't me. None of my family members owned any slaves. You know, they know the shit's coming, right? And I think they see us like that jack in the box. They know the jack in the box is being played, right? They just don't know when that shit's gonna pop off. And I was watching some video where this guy was talking about how he said that the reason why they fear us is because they don't trust us, because they know that if we did to them what they're doing to us right now, if the tables were turned, that they were, what was the phrase of context that you just spoke of, Manu? Oh, meritorious. Like merit. Meritorious manumission. Oh, they got a right to fear our resilience. I thought you said resistance. But yes, you're welcome. And he said that it was a white dude talking to a black guy. And the black guy, and I said that the white guy told him that he knows that if the tables were turned and it was black supremacy, and we were treating them the way they're treating us right now, that they know what they would do to us. But we haven't done it. We haven't done anything yet. So they distrust our lack of reaction. And they distrust and they fear the reaction at the same time. So that's why I think of them as like we're that jack in the box that stopped. You know? Like the music is still kind of playing, but they just don't know when that shit is pop. They just don't know when we gonna pop. Yeah. I hope I don't have nothing in my teeth. I be eating vegan junk food. You know, I was doing a video, and I've always said that I always thought I was this like Zen kind of Buddhist-y person, but I really think that there's a warrior in me that is just clawing to the surface, and I'm telling you, it's like I want to be proper and what has been defined to me as womanly and feminine, and I am all of those things, but there's also this part of me that's like, I want to just fucking shite. I might have to erase this video. There's parts of me that just want to, like, yes, straight up, wild, just like roll freaking flames. I just want to become a dragon, I'm telling you. Straight up dragon. No regrets. No. Just like bathing in blood. bathing in blood. But evolved to dragon. I don't know, I'm telling you, this whole waking up thing is taking me through some things. It's taking me on an emotional roller coaster. It's taking me on a, like, just, like you said, the evolution. Drink it. Drink it. I need a 2-liter of that shit, Rogish. With some hot sauce. Oh my goodness. But I try to remain, it's like I'm trying to find my equilibrium. This person that I used to be, this like metaphysical, love everybody, be in peace. You get what you think about, and then there's this side of me that's like, it's like I have a psychic twin. I have this psychic twin that's just not even, I don't even have it. I'm the angel, right? My old self was the angel. And I got this beast that there's nothing but hair and teeth. Yeah. I'm telling you. But, I don't know. The sun is going down. No. My dragon twin. Whew. Yeah. I like that. My dragon twin. All of us can't be from the African tribes that didn't fight back. Well, I've been reading The Mother of Us All, and it's about Queen Nanny. I just finished this. Let's see if I can find it in my stack. Hopefully, I don't know if this will... Oh, it's called Let the Circle Be Unbroken by Marimba Ani. And she wrote Yurugu. Now, that book, let me get up. Let me get up. Hi, kitty. Y'all see my kitty? He is... Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. I don't know how many months old he is, and he still doesn't have a name. I just call him Baby Kitty. Anyway, then this is the one I'm still reading. I'm on chapter like 4, 5, 3 maybe. And it's a history of Queen Nanny. I'm using a different format for my live stream than I usually do. So this is backwards. Usually my other stuff is not backwards. And it says, leader of the Windward Jamaican Maroons. The Mother of Us All by Carla Gottlieb. And it's an interesting read so far. But anyway, the Let the Circle Be Unbroken is written by a woman who wrote Yurugu, Yurugu. And I'm telling you, an African-centered critique of European cultural thought and behavior. And yo, look, I've been reading this book for months. And I'm only on page 55, y'all. But I knew this book was going to be fire. Let me go back and read these comments. I'm missing it. Stay on one reading that. What you mean? clarify, sir. But Yurugu, what you mean, roguish? I don't know if you mean I'm like on Hey, Mr. Good. We're just talking about the books I've been reading, and I've been flipping out a little bit, and we were talking about Meritorious Manumission, and hold on a second. What? You have to break this down for me. I'm in my 40s. What's Cali style? But now, look, this is what we're talking about now, Mr. Good. Yurugu. I know it's probably backwards for you. Y-U-R-U-G-U. This book is tripping me out. She's talking about all kinds of stuff. But I knew when I read the beginnings of this book that it was going to be on fire, that she was not going to hold back. On one, does that mean like I'm slow or I'm a beast mode or whatever? I don't know. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. All right. So I'm going to read you guys just a little bit. Bear with me, okay? All right. I was like, damn. Okay. Introduction. I'm going to read this to y'all a little bit. All right. This study of Europe is an intentionally aggressive polemic. It is an assault upon the European paradigm, a repudiation of its essence. It is initiated with the intention of contributing to the process of demystification necessary for those of us who would liberate ourselves from European intellectual imperialism. Boy! The very first sentence had me on fire. Fire. Europe's political. Now this is the second sentence, and then I think I might be able to let it go. Don't hold me to that. But here's the second sentence. Europe's political domination of Africa and much of the non-European world has been accompanied by a relentless cultural and psychological rape and by devastating economic exploitation. Say amen in the chat. Amen, amen, amen. Can I get amens? Can I get amens? Yes. Woo! But what has compelled me to write this book is the conviction that beneath this deadly onslaught lies a stultifying intellectual mystification that prevents Europe's political victims from thinking in a manner that would lead to authentic self-determination. Okay, I'm done. That's three sentences, people. I knew she was not bullshitting. Because I've read some books and everybody's tiptoeing and being politically correct. Don't stop. It is the introduction. It's the introduction. 3 sentences. And she set me on. I was like, dude, brother mine. Okay. Let's see. Intellectual. Intellectual decolonization is a prerequisite for the creation of successful political decolonization and cultural reconstruction strategies. Europe's political imperialistic success can be accredited not so much to superior military might as to the weapon of culture. The former ensures more immediate control, that means weaponry, okay, military. So that means more immediate control, but requires continual physical force for the maintenance of power, while the latter, succeeds in long-lasting dominance that enlists the cooperation of its victims, i.e., pacification of the will. You must be pacified by a society that tells you what you should think and feel, that shames you into what you should think and feel. Right? Right? Like my anger. I always thought that, it's out of place. It's not okay, that I have to be quiet, that I need to regulate myself and be emotionally constipated to be socially acceptable. Right? Like when I just got pissed off about how my son was being treated in kindergarten. Motherfuckers, my son got in trouble. They called me to school because he was hugging too much. He was hugging too much. And the first week of his school, I did not like his teacher. This man looked like a child molester, first of all, and he was too tough on the kids, and he wore his pants up here like a golfer that was, he just screamed wrong. He was he was too much. And my son is a child who he's a people pleaser. But he doesn't conform. If he doesn't feel like you don't like him, if he feels you don't like him, he's not going to lay down and continue to please like me, please. My son, the thing that is going to make him a leader, the thing that makes him just a beautiful human being to me, is the very thing that drives me crazy. But he's going to need that kind of spirit. My son is the type of person that if he thinks you don't like him and his behavior, guess what he's going to do? Oh, you think that's bad? That's the type of mentality he has. You think that's bad? He ain't no natural bootlicker. You know what I'm saying? He is not. And I try to balance that in him so that he's not disrespectful, but I'm not going to break that in him. You need to learn how to express yourself. I give him a vocabulary. You need to be emotionally intellectual. You need to have a high emotional, you need to know how you're feeling and to be able to, I give him the words to express that in himself. So anyway, what was I talking about, y'all? I got way off topic. I was talking about emotional. Oh, okay, my anger. I always felt like humanity, Rogish says, humanity is our right by our own will and want. It's a power of dominance, and it can still be refined when needed. Yes. Yes. There's a time and a place for blood and gore, like you said in your video. Excuse me. And there's a time and a place for politicizing. I believe that. Everybody plays their role. You got your spiritual people. You got your people that are producers. You got your people who are builders. You got your people who, literal builders, like carpentry and stuff like that. You got your warriors and all that. Hey, Michael, welcome. Nice to see you. So there's everybody has their place. And there's a time and a place for everything. And like I was saying, when I went to his school to talk to this teacher, I I tried to talk to the teacher and tell him what would work best for him because I was tired of getting sent to for bullshit. How you gonna say my son is in trouble because he's hugging too much and kids feel intimidated? He's in kindergarten. They know better how to handle somebody who is abusive than a child that's hugging. Like, you don't know how to handle that? You're right, Mr. Good. You're right. They say everything is wrong with children. That's facts in public schools. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. We come from a family. That's all I do. When you walk out the door, I love you. You go into the park, I love you. Hang up the phone, I love you. Hugging and kissing, snuggling. Right? Anyway, so I go up to this school and everybody's afraid all of a sudden. And I'm going to tell you something. It's the first time I saw Mr. Good said, that's what you'll dream. They like to touch and feel, and they are very curious. Yes. Yes. Yes! That sounds like the beginning of a story. A dragon and an angel walk into a school, and that was me. And I gotta tell you, I kind of scared myself because I never saw this side of myself before. And I'm telling you, when I walked up into that school, I had tried to follow the protocol on getting my child switched out of classes, but everybody's acting like they don't know what's going on, and messages are being missed and unanswered, and nobody's acknowledging me, all this stuff. So I walked up into the school. I physically went into the principal's office, and I said, I walked into his office, and I told him that we need to talk. And I started telling him about my son. I was calm and cool, and I started telling him about the teacher, and then he started telling me what I need to do. Then he wants to share a story with me about how his son was having problems. And it wasn't even the same way. It wasn't even the same. Okay. All right, so Roguish, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So I go up in there, and this MRFer starts telling me about his son, and the stories weren't even compatible. They weren't even comparable, right? And so I'm just sitting there staring at him. And finally, he tells me what I need to do. And I said, he told me I need to write a letter. And I said, okay, I will write that letter. And he stands up like he's ready to send me on my way. I said, give me a piece of paper and a pencil. And I sat my ass right there at that desk, and I wrote him a letter, and then I picked my butt up, and I said, where's your copy machine? And he was like, it's out in the out there. And I slammed open his door to his office, and I because I'm editing the story, but I was Black mama in it up in there. And then, so I got in the copy machine. The secretaries was looking all scared. I'm telling you, when I was talking to him, I was like, inside of my head, I'm like, Hoppo, who this woman? So then I go and I copy the letter. And I walked back into his office, and I slammed the copy down on his desk. And he sat there and he read it. And he said, well, who was patronizing you? And I said, you. And he's like, excuse me, what do you mean? And I said, when you were telling me that dumbass story about your sons and their experience in kindergarten, it had nothing to do with what's going on with my son now. And I didn't appreciate it. And he was like, and then what happened after that? Oh, and then he wants to act slow some more after the fact, right? After I give him this letter. And I said, look, I work for myself, and I know. I said, I will take my son out of this school today if I don't get what I want and how I want it and the teacher that I want. He will be moved tomorrow or he will be taken out of this school today. And I know that you're going to miss the money that he brings. Because you guys get paid per student and you get paid a little extra because he's black. And he just sat there like fish mouth. I was like, I can take time off. I can move my schedule around. I am not beholden to you. Okay? So anyway, that was it. That's all. That's all I have to say on that subject. This is kind of therapeutic, y'all, for real. And y'all just sitting there all nice listening. Yes, sometimes you do gotta put a foot to that ass. I'm serious. Like, why you gotta act like that? Like, why you gotta bring that out? Why can't you just do what's right in the first effing place? I know, my child. Why can't you just do what I asked you to do? And then you know them white mothers be up in there acting a damn fool, but nobody's scared. They're just ready to hop to it and do what they want them to do. But let a black woman come in there. And that's what I mean, where we have to tamper ourselves and temper ourselves to come off as so scary and aggressive. Because you already have that stereotype out there about the angry black woman. I'm not doing anything different than any other mother would do. But in their minds is amped up by 10. The reality is not real for them. Reality is not real for them because they have been so indoctrinated and programmed by the idea that I start out, just wake up in the morning eating angry cakes. I just breathe anger, you know? So then when I actually do get angry, oh shit, Mount Vesuvius. And that's just regular. Ain't nobody gonna be trying to hit you or fight you. Yeah, exactly, Michael. Just doing mom shit. I need to start reading some books on the school to prison pipeline. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that was nasty. Because I was talking to this lady about it, and she says they start them kids on the school to prison pipeline like around 3rd grade or so. Once they start trying to tell them they have ADD and ADHD and all this mess. That's basically the beginnings of them siphoning your child off to the side. They do. You know, with the area where I live, they just put a fence all the way around. It looks straight up like a prison. I'm like, I'm glad my son doesn't go. Homeschool like a motherfucker. I got tired of that shit. And people think that I took him out because of... People think that you... Oh, let me plug in my phone, y'all. Hold on. Did you delete a comment or... Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Anyway, people think when some parents take their kids out of school, they are taking them out to shield them from the real world, or to there's a bullying going on. There's different things going on with your kids in school. There's different reasons people take their kids out of school. And mine was because he was being bullied by administration and teachers in situations where I actually like witnessed it. I'm sitting there and witnessed it. Like when he was in second grade, they had circle time. And I used to go to his school, his classes all the time and volunteer and read to the kids and, you know, stuff like that. And so I went to his second grade class one day, and I would just pop up out of nowhere and just to see what was going on because I'm suspicious. And they were doing circle time on the rug, and so he came over to me and sat in my lap, and I was in the circle, and then the teacher said, "I want you guys to tell me what you did this weekend," and blah, blah, blah. It can be real or imaginary. And it got to my son's turn. He's sitting in my lap, and he's like, "We went driving in the parking lot at Walmart," and which was true. I had taken him driving, and he was still little. And he was driving, holding the steering wheel, going in the parking lot. And then he was like, "We was driving around the parking lot at Walmart, and then the truck turned into a monster truck, and we went over these hills, and we was bouncing and flying through the air, and blah, blah, blah." And the teacher straight up told him to stop lying, that that's not what happened, and that he was in trouble for not doing it right. And I said, "Excuse me, you said," I said, "how was he lying? How did he not do this, the story time right? You just sat here and said it could be real or imaginary. He mixed the two. He didn't choose one." And she couldn't say nothing either. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly, Michael. Like, you know, they look for anything. They look for anything. He got in trouble another time in that same class when his friend got in trouble. It was a little white boy. He got in trouble for something. And the teacher had just given out awards that day. And the little boy got in trouble for something. And my son had gotten the same award. It just so happened. And she took the award away from the boy. And my son saw his friend crying. So he went over to him and was like, "It's okay." And he gave him his award that he could have to try to make him feel better. That teacher went over, yelled at my son. I wasn't there. He told me this after the fact. And took the prize that my son had given his friend and crumpled it up and threw it in the trash. Just a demon. A demon. For no damn reason. Thank you, Michael. I think so too. He has the makings of a great leader. They are. They are. Those so-called teachers are really assassins. Michael, you ain't never lying. Never. He's feeling himself now, and he's a teenager. Mm-hmm. And he's too cute. He's too cute. Family! How you doing, brother man? Oh my goodness. How many people up in here are vegan? I'm just curious. Am I the only one? Am I the only vegan in the house? Hey! Dot nothing. Yes. Yes. The vegan crew, just us two. I know Mfalme is not a vegan. I was just curious. Don't get all silent now. Chat room done. Okay, Michael. Good for you. Oh, Mfalme, my back hurt. Great workout. No pain, no gain. Good for you. You should get a massage. Michael. Well, vegetarian is good. It's good. Are you like you still do fish and cheese and stuff and eggs? Cause I have people tell me, like even my sister, she switched to being a vegan. She switches back and forth. I told her if she gets a craving for meat, to eat meat. Go eat you some meat if you got a craving, especially in the beginning. Okay, eggs and milk. That makes it easier. And she said that after the first like 3 or 4 months, I think she's like maybe 6 months in, maybe, that it was easier for her than she thought it would be. She thought it would be hard. And I'm like, it's really not that hard. All you doing is getting rid of your meat. The rest of your side dishes, you can still eat the way you eat. You just eat bigger portions. And once your body gets used to, sorry if I'm messing up. Hold on. Yeah, it's just a mind shift. That's what makes it hard. Is because you're so, Michael, you're right. It's not hard. Once you get used to that part of your plate not being meat, and you get used to it, you know, it's just a mental shift. That's what's hard about it. And then you're gonna crave it. And I'm like, get into them cravings. Ooh, perfect ripe bananas for dinner right now, and beer. Yes, dot nothing. Let me tell you. I did not know how to eat ripe fruit. I did not know that I was eating unripe bananas, and I wondered why my stomach always felt like a brick was sitting in there. And then once I figured out, eating spotted bananas won't kill me. Wait till the bananas have spotted skins, and that's a ripe banana. Then you can eat it, and it will help you poop. It won't be a brick in your guts. Ooh, y'all, I done messed up my finger. Anything anybody want to talk about? Because I've been on here for an hour and 4 minutes. Bananas are inulins? I don't know about that. You have to break that down for a sister. Where's my phone? Oh. Yes, they do. And it also is, you know, it's also good for anxiety. And if you're trying to quit smoking cigarettes, actually. Bananas, you know, if I'm having anxiety, I will eat 3 bananas back to back. And within like 20 minutes, because sometimes I'll wake up, because it's got that tryptophan in it. Tryptophan is a natural like relaxant. I think it's like similar to serotonin or something like that. There's natural tryptophan in the bananas. And if you want to quit smoking, you need to go buy your ass I'm trying not to cut just a lot of bananas. Put them, and if it's cold in your house, if you're cheap like me, and you keep your house cold, put them in a bag. Keep them in a bag, whether it's paper or plastic, and fold it up, and they will stay warm. Put them on top of your fridge, and they'll ripen. And you can also put them in the oven, or I don't use my oven. I use a convection oven. It does? I've been reading a lot on melanin, Michael, and I did not know that what feeds the melanin? The tryptophan or the bacteria in the bananas? Yes, dot nothing. If it's cold in your apartment and you want to faster, because when winter rolls around and it gets cold, okay, tryptophan, Michael, I got you. Anything that you need to ripen faster, because things slow down in ripening in the wintertime when it's colder in your house. Put it in a bag and put it on something warm, and it will ripen it faster. You can also put it in the oven or in your convection oven. I use a convection oven, and it'll just ripen it faster. Now, like, I buy the corn muffin mix, the vegetarian corn muffin mix. Yep, Michael, you can put it in a bag with an apple. That's another trick I learned. You can put it in a, what is it? Oh, that's what I was, sorry. I buy the corn muffin mix, the vegetarian kind, you know. And, if you put a banana in the oven, I think it's half a banana is the equivalent of an egg, and then just use your coconut milk or whatever, and you can make your corn muffin mix. But that cooked banana is supposed to be even better than a regular half banana for cooking and baking. And you can use applesauce too instead of an egg. I'm telling y'all, Google vegan substitutes for eggs. Google it or look it up on YouTube. There's a shitstorm of stuff. Let me take y'all to my kitchen. Hopefully my refrigerator ain't too dirty. Oh, Michael, you know what? Hold on, I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay. Now, this is what a vegan refrigerator looks like. Now, mind you, my son is not a vegan. He is a carnivorous vegetarian. Now, these, you guys, I don't know anything about these. And I know my camera is backwards, I think. Frida's Rockin' Rambutan. These shits look scary as hell. Looks like something out of a movie. It looks like nasty. Yeah, I got dates. Y'all see my dates in there. And the V8 I use as like a soup base for my vegetable soup sometimes. And I drink a lot of juices. I try to get my juices in dates are awesome. In the what you call it, in your smoothies, if you want to make them sweeter. Cranberry. I try to get my juices in bottles as much as possible, in glass. And then I got a butt ton of grapes, carrots, grapes. These right here. I eat these, like the head. There's 3 of them in here. And I will take a bag of these and these and maybe a cucumber or something. And I'll eat them one at a time, like for lunch. Instead of putting it all together in a salad. I'm telling you, it is like, and if you feel special and you need to be like, And this is vegan butter. If you're looking for vegan butter, my gall. And then these, if you wanted to know, I just learned this yesterday. See how this has 3 bottoms, 3 little knobs on it? That means it's good for, that's a male pepper, and it's good for cooking. And if you get 4 knobbies, 4 boobies, that's a female. And it's good for eating. They're sweet. I just learned that, relearned that again yesterday. And this is vegan mayonnaise. And my pomegranate juice. And this is vegan Caesar dressing. And Skinny Girl. Now, there's some things that I like, dressings. I just don't like. I try to get everything in glass as much as possible. But there's some things like dressings. I gotta admit, y'all, I don't look too closely at dressings like that to, you know, how super vegan they are. But if you stay with vinaigrettes and stuff, you're pretty good that they're gonna be vegan ingredients. There's no egg or dairy or anything in there. Let's see what's in my freezer. This, I usually don't eat a lot of processed vegan foods because it gives me heartburn. But that's good. That's good stuff. And then this Beyond Meat is grilled chicken strips. Sorry, I'm one-handing this, folks. And Gardein is my shizzle. Crispy mandarin chicken. And you can do all kinds of stir fry and stuff with those things. So let me turn y'all around so you don't be seeing my all right. Okay. So, but one thing I was going to say, and I'm going to stop talking about the whole vegan thing because I know not everybody's interested in that, is once you start eating more whole foods, vegetables, and fruits, making up most of your diet, it might be expensive at first to be vegan, but, you know, and I know not everybody lives in a place that's good for being able to get their hands on fresh fruit and vegetables, but go for frozen. I do that because I don't know how much fruits and vegetables have gone bad in my fridge because I didn't eat them in time. But your appetite will go down once your body is getting more nutritious foods because it's being actually fed. It's not starving, which most of us are starving. Most fat people you see are starving. Their body is starving. They're eating all this crap. They're eating all these empty calories because their body is starving. So they keep feeding it more crap. So they just keep eating more crap. So once you start eating real food and your body is healing itself and your body is getting what it needs, all the minerals and vitamins and stuff, you'll eat less food. Your appetite will go way, 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 way down. And you'll be spending way less money. And you'll be ready for the apocalypse. You'll be able to eat. You'll be able to go long periods of time without eating food. Oh my God. I don't know where my brain be at sometimes. Yes, Michael, we do. We really do have a suicidal diet. And you can heal yourself of so much stuff. I know there's so much rhetoric out there that says that food alone can't save you, but there is. I mean, seriously, watch Forks Over Knives. There's all kinds of. I know I have a few friends that have been texting me asking me about being vegan and stuff after watching What the Health on YouTube. So, anyway, I'm about to get off of here if y'all don't have nothing else to talk about. This is a long ass live stream. I think this is the longest I've ever gone. But anyway, the question about meditation. I've been wanting to do meditations, but I've been feeling kind of self-conscious about it. Because of the subject matter I want to cover, and I'm trying to get over myself. I don't know, Michael. I don't want to be judged. And I know I shouldn't care. I know I shouldn't care. I just want to do like waking up our melanin meditations. I want to do like repetitive phrase like I'm a genius meditations. You know, I want to do like healing the elements meditations. And from what I've been reading about you, Black people are not meant to sit in solitude and quiet to do meditations. Our meditations are meant to be backed by drums and groups of people. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you saying that. It is. I feel like it's vital. I just guess I feel uncomfortable with being so, like, I feel like I would be vulnerable because that's really where my my caring lies, you know, like, not saying that I don't like the videos that I do, but it's just not. To use the word that the radical home goddess uses, it's not my advocacy. I feel like we're more powerful as a group. I feel like we're more what's the word I'm looking for? Michael, you know what I'm trying to say. I feel like that scripture says, you know, 2 or more come together in my name. And I'm not a really religious person. I'm not a Christian by any means, but I believe in a higher power. Oh, I missed something. Yeah. And I feel that the internet, what? Richard's in the house. Salute. Wake up the Black Nation. How you doing? Yeah, you know, I feel like one or more of us comes together, we will be more powerful. And I feel like that over the internet, it expands exponentially. You know? It expands exponentially. That is even more resounding. So, but I also feel like it would be boring. That's what you know, and I know meditation is not supposed to be exciting or whatever, but I need to find some music that's I'm not going to be copyrighted for. Michael, I'm going to pray that you do it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I can say all kinds of crazy mess, but when I then I get shy. Yes! Dot nothing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The call and response. That is from what I have been the little bit, I will admit to studying a little bit, not a lot, on African meditation, and it is not meant to be a lonely or a quiet affair. It is meant to be, it's not this like Zen Buddhist monk sitting on a mountaintop alone. It's supposed to be a group affair that calls in, you know, the power. So I will put my mind to it. Richmond, are you still here? I did a live stream earlier today, and I mentioned you in it, but I had to erase it because I was playing 90s music. I was playing Usher and TLC and all kinds of stuff. So it's good to see you here. Are you doing any live streams soon? Because I haven't been getting notifications from anybody. I kind of went on a YouTube hiatus. Are you still here? Or he leave? He been done gone? All right. Well, okay. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I'll give y'all a minute to decide if you want to talk about something else, and then otherwise, I'm gone. I've been missing your live streams, Richard. Richmond, right? Richmond. I should remember that because that's where I'm from. I won't tell you what state, but that's the town I'm from. Tomorrow, see, now. See, Michael, you need a whooping. You getting a whooping. Black on black violence. That's a manipulation. That's a psychological manipulation. Trying to back me into a corner. I don't do well with that. I'm an Aquarius, okay? Okay? I will freeze you out. All right. Well, it was lovely talking to y'all. You guys have a good evening. Yes, Richmond, I can see your message. You said you taking a little break as well. Yeah, you're intense, brother. You are intense. I'm not telling you what states. But that's the city I was born in. Yeah, y'all need to, whoever's in here, if you are not subscribed to Wake Up the Black Nation, you need to be subscribed to him because he's a truth speaker. Truth speaker. And he has this way of speaking, y'all. Oh my gosh. Like, he could be yelling without even raising his voice. He gets so passionate. It's just amazing. Like, you get hypnotized. I'll be sitting there on his live stream just like, yeah, speak, brother, speak. He's good. He can have a mega church. Pro-black mega church. Yeah. Go subscribe to him. He's good. He's real. He be going through some things and just sharing it. It's like he don't try to put up no pretenses and no fronts about what he's going through at the moment. And I can dig that, because people be trying to put up a persona like they ain't going through things. Like, I really just dig the authenticity. Man, I am fucked. I fucked up my finger. No, I'm from the eastern side of the United States. I live in the west side of the United States now, though. I need to eat some bananas. I've been chewing the shit out of my nails lately. There's a lot of Richmonds on the eastern part of the United States. Michael. Anywho. All right. I'm about to be out of here. Thank you guys for coming. Yes, pro-black mega church. Pro-black mega church. Have pictures of Marcus Garvey up in that bitch. No blonde Jesus on the back. Oh, look who's here. Well, Progressive, hey. I love this brother's channel too. How you doing? How you doing? Michael calling me homegirl. Bye, Orange. Bye, Orange Burla. I need to go to sleep, y'all. I am so sleep deprived. Bye, Orange Burlock. Thank you for stopping by. I love that picture, by the way. It's beautiful. Looked very angelic. She looked like a good girl. You're welcome, Orange Burlock. I'm just going to call you Orange, because I can't. I've been meditating off and on for probably a year, but I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad. I'll start and then I'll fall asleep. Look at me. I'm just a mess. Okay. I'm for real leaving now. I've been talking about getting out of here for like 10 minutes now. I need a Band-Aid on my finger. I done ripped the shit out of my skin. All right. I like you guys a lot. And I don't just like you. I like you. Okay? All right. Bye.